position that it's been Labour or Conservative for however many decades, where you think actually it doesn't mean that much. In Derby North, it certainly does, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, Derby North is as I say, it will be down to the weather. It will be that close. No, if it's sunny, maybe Chris will get the edge. If it's not sunny, then the Labour vote tends not to come out so well in the rain.
Do you know who came in third in 2015?
Ooh, that would be Lucy Kerr, I think.
Right. Which party?
Lib Dem.
Lib Dems. Okay.
I might be wrong.
Because we've looked at various constituencies where we've been in Bristol, for instance, where there was a kind of, I think it was about 4,000 off the top of my head majority for Labour in the Bristol constituency we were talking about, but 7,000 had voted UKIP, so it was again all to play for.
Well, there's no UKIP candidate in Derby North and no Green candidate. I know Chris has been chasing the UKIP vote desperately, and that will make a difference, not having UKIP and Green. Liberal Democrats
quite a gulf between what Labour and UKIP believe, though, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to chase the UKIP vote as a Labour Party member, I mean, Andrew, what would Labour need to do to convince you to vote for Jeremy Corbyn?
Oh dear.
Well, that answers that question. Then I think we can safely say
he raised much of the recent past and guarantee that they will look at Brexit in a positive way and make sure they do a good Brexit.
But just thinking logically, if you haven't got a UKIP candidate and you want to vote, then who do you vote for? Now, if you've been a traditional Labour supporter, you might, if there are 40 votes in it and you can get 5 UKIP voters, it's worth asking, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely, chasing it. Natalie, you wanted to come in?
Yes, I do actually. I mean, Chris Williamson is a fox, there's no doubt about it. I was a traditional
Are you
Labour
saying he's an
supporter.
incredibly attractive person? What do you mean by he's a fox? In general parlance, when you say, I say he's a bit of a fox. Oh, right, okay.
Machiavellian
Oh, right,
fox,
okay,
you know?
I see, right, yeah. I was wondering, I was like, that's not appropriate at all, to talk about human beings like that. Right,
Exactly,
okay.
and as a Green Party voter, I wouldn't be inappropriate, so you can,
Good,
you can make that assumption.
I'm glad to hear it. No such thing as an inappropriate Green Party vote. That's a bizarre claim to make.
Not at all.
Right,
not
okay.
At all.
Right, Jamie, you wanted to come in.
In my experience, the people of Derby that are going to vote for Labour, it won't be because of Chris Williamson, it'll be because of Jeremy Corbyn. And I think that's something that needs to be taken into consideration during this election. It's quite different from previous elections. It's like, I think, although obviously you're voting for your local representative, I think that the overall party politics of Jeremy Corbyn is what's appealing to Labour voters. So they won't necessarily be, it won't be too much about Chris Williamson, not those that are voting Labour anyway, if you get what I'm saying.
I mean, Rob, you don't vote in Derby North, so it's probably not worth asking you in terms of getting people out to kind of keep that 41 majority and increase upon it. But tomorrow, when you go into that booth, are you going to be 100% where you're going to vote? You've got Conservative written on there, but earlier on we were talking, and you were talking about your daughter and the amount of debt they have left university with and how you just don't think that's right.
No, that really upsets me to think the young generation come out of university with 20, 30, 40,000 pound worth of debt. That's upsetting to me. I'm like an old dinosaur. If you can't pay for it, if you can't afford it, you can't have it. But to be in that debt, I think it's very, very difficult for youngsters these days.
Corbyn then be singing your tune, mate, scrapping tuition fees?
No, I still couldn't vote for Jeremy Corbyn. I think Theresa May is the person. I'm in Amber Valley in Ripley in Derbyshire. I shall be voting for my local Nigel Mills. I shall be voting for Nigel and the Conservative Party. Nothing will persuade me to go to the Labour.
Wow, okay.
Can I just say about the deficit? 2015, something like that. I think the deficit...
Is that the deficit that's increased under the Conservatives?
Well, it
That
has increased. 2015, I heard the figures, we were something like £1 trillion in deficit the country owes. Now it's something